Hey guys, okay, it's part two. I'm back. My tummy is full. I've had a little lunch, and so has Gypsy girl, is licking her paws and doing her, obsessive bathing as cats do, because her belly is full and she has had her lunch as well. And I've freshened up a little bit and changed up my jewelry and ready to get into part two. So just to recap, guys, I'm trying to break our videos apart by a couple hours today. So hopefully to give you guys an opportunity to take a little break in between and pop over here into part two of our show and tell in honor of a Memorial Day sales event I have going on. We only have a few days left, as I mentioned earlier. So let's just recap. So why we're doing a part two is exactly what I just said. My Memorial Day sales event is going on, 25% off of everything in my jewelry supply store. And it's a great opportunity to stock up on all of your jewelry supplies. So, given said that, what I've done is, as you know, I've tried to pull out as much as I can. Obviously, it's just not everything in my store, and nor was it last week when we started with beads, or part one earlier on findings. But what I'm just trying to do, guys, is pull out as much as I possibly can to give you guys a live view of more. Well, it's not live, but it's a video, and it's sometimes a little better and clearer to see the product. And again, it's such a great time to stock up on your supplies. So I'm doing my best to pull as much as I can out to share with you guys, and just diversity of product that we need for our jewelry making. And so now this is our final show and tell for our jewelry supplies for the memorial event. So we did beads last week. Earlier, a couple hours ago, we did our findings. And now we're going to jump into all of our chain and wire and cord. But I also have some bonus beads and spacers that I was not able to show you last week that I think you're going to love, and I want to show you those as well. So that's what we're going to get into. So again, just to recap, we are in our Memorial Day sales event, and so I really am trying to give you guys as big of an overview as I can of a lot of the product that I have on my store, which, by the way, again, just to recap, over 100 SKUs I have added in the last 7 days. So if you were shopping last week, and many of you did, thank you, shopped last weekend in my store, you would not have seen the majority of what I'm going to show you now, or showed you a couple hours ago, because it's pretty much mostly new, other than a few things I mentioned, head pins and a few things. And for those of you that shop regularly, you probably can tell what's new and what's not. But on the table now, this is definitely all brand spanking new, hot off the press, to my store. Now, with that said, your code is MEM25. It's right on the homepage of my website, guys. And I want to do another really quick announcement before we jump into a much shorter show and tell, part two. I want to mention that I've got some new stuff I'm cooking up for June, and probably going fully on into our summer months. I will likely not be doing show and tell Saturday every week. I am developing a new series right now, including Friday Night Frolic. So just a heads up for you guys. Please sign up for my newsletters if you have not already, and you really are just a seasoned beader, a beginning beader. You really are interested in beading as a hobby, as a business, whatever your situation, because I am going to start doing newsletters on tips and tricks and things like that, and really switching that up as opposed to just now, which is early launch newsletter releases and things like that. Because I will not be doing a show and tell Saturday every week, probably until we get towards the fall. Now, the reason for that is because I'm not only developing some new series that I think is going to be awesome, um, but we're getting into the warmer months, and I just want to change things up, and I want to start focusing on a lot more design and tutorials and techniques and things like that. Now, with that said, I'm show and tells are not going away, but I may only be doing one or two a month throughout the full summer, and probably up until around Labor Day, and we get into the fall, and then I'll probably start developing heavy collections again, and we'll go back to it. But even with that said, there may be times where I'm going to do a show and tell because it's really great new beads and new stuff I've got on the store, that I want to share with you guys, that so it's not totally off the table. But just a heads up, after this Memorial Day holiday weekend here, we're just about wrapping up May. I am going to have a show and tell next Saturday. And I'm not going to give you a spoiler, so I'm not telling you what it's about. But I will tell you, it will not be the Bark and Bead Box 2024 collection of May. That will not be happening. So I will tell you that much. But I have one more exciting show and tell for next Saturday I'm brewing up. So after that, we'll probably be much more sporadic with show and tell. So with that said, let's jump into, guys, this is just fantastic. So let's talk about wire and chain and cord, and as you can see in the background, a little sparkle. Got some sparkly beads here, and then a few things that I did not have an opportunity to show you on part one, and they kind of go over here into the wire and the chain anyway. So and it's some spacer beads and cones, so just a few, and I just want to show you guys those. So I'm gonna pan down a little bit, and let's get going on part two, and then you guys can get to shopping, I hope. Sorry guys, trying to, okay, so let's get that panned down. Don't know if that's too much, but I think it's okay. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So now you've got you panned down a little bit. Okay, guys. So now I put this necklace on in particular. I hope you guys remember about a month ago, I strung this when I did my Southwest collection, right? And I used leather, right? And so that is something I am so excited to offer you guys now, is leather cord. And guys, I've got some genuine leather cord, so it's genuine leather, and right now I have it in 4 colors, okay? Because I kind of want to just see, what the response is, right? Obviously, because not everybody works with leather, but a lot of you that follow me, and I appreciate so much how much you guys lend to me for advice and learning things and inspiration and so on and so on. And so I'm going to start giving you guys a little bit more instruction on leather, but it's so easy to work with, guys, and there's lots of ways we can incorporate in our jewelry. So I now have leather cord, and so I'm going to pull it up, and again, it's genuine leather, okay? So it's not plastic, it's genuine leather, okay? And you can even see, I've cut it right there. You can tell it's leather inside. So I've got it in 4 colors right now, guys. So this is black, okay? And then I have it in Bordeaux, which is kind of like a tinge of red to it. Okay, it's a really beautiful color. And then I have it in chocolate brown. I know this looks black. This is the black, and this is the chocolate brown, and you almost can't tell the difference. But this is chocolate brown, and it is a very, 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 I wouldn't even call it chocolate. I'd almost call it dark chocolate brown. But it's not black. It is a brown, but it's really, really beautiful. It'll look great in your fall jewelry. And then, of course, tan, which is sensational and, you know, would look fabulous with this color scheme I'm wearing. So we've got it in the tan. Now, the leather cord, guys, is 2mm. So that means the diameter there. Okay, so it's 2mm genuine leather cord. We've got it black, dark chocolate brown, Bordeaux, and of course tan. And along with the leather cord, and you'll find this in other findings area, I also have the leather cord ends in various sizes. These happen to be 8mm. And what these are, guys, for those of you that maybe want to start getting into leather making while you're sucking up on supplies right now, I've got everything, you know, discounted so steeply. These are great. You've seen me demonstrate these making bookmarks and the bookmark jewelry. They have a hole right there. And they are surgical stainless steel, so they will not tarnish, and they go all the way from 2mm up to 8mm. And these are really great, and they're just really called cord ends. So if you were looking to do different types of craft projects with your leather, even including jewelry, you just put a dab of glue there, and any of the sizes I have, this cord will fit in. And you just put it right on the end of that and glue it, and you're good. So I do also have the cord ends for the leather cord. And it also works with many different types of cord, these little guys. Okay, so we have, yay, I mean, I'm so stoked, guys. I have leather cord up, oh my gosh, and it's good cord. It's good leather cord, and it's round. So we have that, and I think I'm gonna get some suede cord as well, which I have on this one. I love some suede cord. Okay, so there's that. Now let's jump over to briefly what I did not just show you in the findings. So spacer beads, guys. I really wanted to show you guys spacers. I have not offered spacers before today, and so, or this week, and I'm just now telling you about it now. So now I've got some favorite spacer beads, and you see me use these on my videos all the time. So we've just got our regular old, good old gold and silver, and they're 3mm, and they're just the ball round spacers. Okay, you get a big bag. I think this is like 50 or 75 in that bag. So we've got our spacer beads, which are fantastic. Use those all the time. I do have some daisy spacers in rose gold, and a blush rose gold, and then a bright rose gold. Just some good old-fashioned daisy spacers, and these are, I think, 6mm, and these are 4mm. And then I have a couple of new spacer beads. These are so adorable. I just got these in. They're little bumblebees. Aren't they precious? They're center drilled, so there's a hole right through the center. And they're just as cute as they can be. They're double-sided. You can see they're just precious. Absolutely adorable. And how cute is that for some cute bracelets in the summer, or even anklets, memory wire, whatever. So our little bumblebee spacers. And then I do have some butterfly connectors left. These are almost sold out, but there's a few left. And they are little butterflies, and they have a connection point on the top and the bottom, as you can see there. They are one-sided, so that's what the other side looks like. But you can use these for anything. They're great little connectors. Do a link or do some wire wrapping, whatever. Cute little butterflies. And then completely brand new to my store, guys, is combs. I am so pleased as punch. So I have 4 sets of cones for our tassel making and many other things that we can do with the cones. I am so excited because, you know, I talk about this on my channel all the time. These are my tried and true, my go-to. I love them. I use them for earrings, tassels all the time. You've seen me use these 100 times already. So they are 10mm, and I have them in our antique silver. They're the flower, right? I know you guys have seen these, right? So I've got them now. You must have seen these, right? So they've been around forever. So they are lead and cadmium free. So they're 10mm, and I have them in the antique silver, the copper, oops, I'll have to pick that up, and the gold. So I have all 3 colors, or our major colors anyway, and the bead cones, yay! So we can get busy making our tassels. And then I have these really pretty bead cones. I really love them. I think these are a 7mm, and they are really, really pretty. They are an antique silver, and these are 7mm, as I just said. And they have a much smaller hole, but you can still get your craft wire and all that through there. And they're like nice and narrow. They're more like a cone. And they're really, really pretty. They have pretty little faceting, embossing, and holes on the outside. They're super cute. So I've got those. And so we've got bead cones. Yay! Okay, so with that, guys, let's get into the wire. So tiger tail, guys, I have restocked, and I have 0.45mm in silver and gold, okay? And then my 0.38mm, which is most of our go-to, because it's kind of like a 7-strand. It's right around like a 0.19 inch. So it'll fit just about all of our beads. So I have the full spools in an absolute rainbow of color. So many of you have been buying wire from me lately. I have restocked, and I have, aside the silver and gold, so just silver and gold, I have in the 0.45mm, okay? So that's going to be more of, I guess, your, kind of like your 0.20, but I mean, it's so subtly different than 0.38. There's almost no difference between the 0.38 and 0.45 other than the stiffness, so I would use it just usually for triple strand bracelets, or necklaces, or anything with gemstones that are heavy. You can get away with the 0.45. My point being is that this is just a snippet of the colors that I have. So I have restocked because many of these recently sold out. The green, the black, the white, the blue, the red, the pink. All of this was recently sold out, so it's back. And I actually got this pink. I got another pink. It's like a magenta. This green is a beautiful, perfect for Christmas, which is really hard to find that time of year. So if you're like your colored tiger tail like I do, to incorporate in your jewelry design, now is the time to stock up while it's on sale. I even have a lighter green than that. I've got a couple of spools of that left on my site in the full spool. And these, I believe, are 60-meter rolls, which is, oh, I don't know what it is, like 196 feet or something. It's the full spools. Okay, so you're getting a nice big spool. It'll last you a good while. So I've got restocked on all of our full spools. Now, something new to my store is the mini rolls, you guys. And, oh, I cannot. These are all 0.38mm, okay? And this is, again, just a snippet of the colors. I have more colors than this up. So right here, I've got the black, green, I've got dark and light gold. We have the white, the silver, this gorgeous, like a true purple. And then this is like a white smoke. This is lavender. And then this is like a magenta, and I have the full rolls. like this. This was what I was talking about, that color. It's like a magenta. But these little mini rolls are really great, guys, because, you know, they're great for travel and also for beginning beaders. I also like them when I just want only a little roll in maybe the colors, so you don't have to spend as much money. And so they're great for that. And they're, like I said, they're all 0.38 millimeter. And these are 10 meters. So I'm not really sure. I can't do the math now. I think it's 32 feet, something like that, but it's still plenty of wire. But we've got mini rolls. I have a ton of colors. You can see in the site far more than what I've showed you here. And then of course I do have the 0.5 millimeter stretch cord. That's always a staple in jewelry making, if you ask me. Love my stretch cord. Love my stretch bracelets. I wear them more than anything. And let me just switch a couple of things around here and get to the exciting new thing, which is chain. So I have not ever had anything except for our cordano chain, which is our beading chain. So let me pull it up and I will go through some really great chain that I now have on my store. And this is a great time, guys. I'm telling you to start stocking up on chain because of the sale. Okay. So, by the way, all of my cord, just the leather cord, and all of the chain that I have on my site is all sold by the yard, as is my monofilament, okay? So a yard is 3 feet or 36 inches, okay? So it's all sold by the yard. And so we'll start with what you guys have seen. This is the only chain that I have had. And of course I brought it out. And recently, this just sold out and it's back in stock. The gold, so the Coriana beading chain, okay? And so I have it in silver and I have it in gold, and it's 0.9 millimeter. It fits those crimps we talked about earlier, perfection, okay? Lots we can do with Coriana beading chain, and so I do have it back fully stocked in silver and gold. And then let's go over here to copper. So one of my favorite chains besides Coriana beading chain, frankly, is Figueroa chain. Figueroa chain, guys, is a beautiful chain. It's also known as mother-son chain. It's a beautiful chain because of the obvious, the shorter and the longer links, right? And so right now I just have it in copper. Okay, so it's a beautiful, again, all lead, lead and cadmium free. Half of these are also lead free, but it'll show you right in the description. So if you have nickel allergy, you don't need to worry about it. So we've got the Figueroa chain in copper. Really excited about that. And it's a really pretty copper. I think the light's picking it up correctly. It's not like a red copper. It's a true copper to me. It's really, really pretty. Like my connectors I put on my necklace are true copper. It's a true copper. It's really, really beautiful, but it's not overpowering. It almost has a bit of a matte polished finish, so it's really beautiful. So it's our Figueroa chain. And then I have some oval twisted curb chain, not flat chain, twisted chain. So and it's all in 5 millimeter. And so for our oval twisted curb chain, guys, I have it in, again, 5 millimeter. Okay, so that's the length of each of the links. It's 5 millimeter. It's a really nice go-to size because you can use it in various styles. So you can not only use it for earrings and hanging dangles, making tassels. You can easily use it for wire wrapping, adding wire guardians, your clasps, and all that. It's a nice run-of-the-mill middle grade size chain. So we have it in gold, silver, and gunmetal. Okay, so there you go. So gunmetal, silver, and gold in the oval twisted curb chain 5 millimeter. It's so exciting. I have chain. I have cord. Last but not least, in the chain, guys, is my favorite. Okay, this is some of my favorite chain, literally, bar none, to make tassels. Okay, and it's very subtle, but you can see the difference. Okay, and so this is your flat oval chain, curb chain, right? So this is 2.5 millimeter. Okay, and again, that's the size of the links. So I'll pull it way up so you can see. So that's the 2.5 millimeter. Obviously, they're both in silver. And this one is in the 3.7 millimeter. So it's just I'll pull them both up here and show you. Just a little bit bigger, but really great. This, you can easily, what's great about these two is, you know, you can, the 3.7 millimeter, you can use for necklaces, bar none, for to do your layering and just throw a charm on it. You know, layers are really in, especially in the summer months here, right? And make some great chain jewelry for the summer with that 3.7 millimeter, which I love. The 2.5 millimeter is going to be a little more challenging to get your what do you call it, the jump rings through, but these are great for the tassels. But we can still, you know, there's lots of different clasps we can still put on that for the daintier chain. So that's it for chain, and I'm so excited about the chain, you guys. The chain and the cord, it makes me so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, guys, and so now let me show you, to wrap it up, and we're under 30 minutes, thankfully, what I have going on with beads, guys. So these have been up on my store, but I hadn't had an opportunity to pull them out, and I just wanted to pull them out. So these are my frosted glass beads, guys. We have, many of you have bought my kits. You have received these in my kits, in some of my various kits. I've used these beads. I love these beads. They are such a great bead, and they're so versatile, guys. And they really go with so many different color palettes and styles. And so I just wanted to show you in person. They've been up on my store for a little bit, but I have a couple, only a couple left in the light olive green. Then we have, of course, the violet and then the sky blue. I have plenty of these. So we have the 8 millimeter in the sky blue and the violet, and then 6 millimeter in the light olive green. Okay, and those are full strands of glass round beads. And they are polished, matte, frosted, and opaque, as you can see. They're a really great go-to bead. You saw me use both of these in last month's bargain bead box when I did my lariat. So yeah, so those are really good go-to beads. So I've got those. Now, very exciting with some new beads we have here. So all of these I just got up on my site this week. Okay, so first of all, I showed you the baby blue and the teal 4 millimeter bicones. I have now added this beautiful green, and it's just darling. It's really a beautiful green. It almost looks like a Christmas green. So it's a true green, but really great for the summer jewelry season, because it's like not quite a blade of grass, but it's just a really beautiful green. And those are, of course, faceted bicones, and those are 4 millimeter. Okay, so I now have that in green as well. And then, guys, yes, I have gotten my hands on some rose quartz, and you just heard me talk about it, making my memory wire bracelet. And these are natural rose quartz. Okay, they are not dyed, they are natural. So they're that beautiful baby pink. And of course, rose quartz, as you know, quartz is the mother of all gemstones. And so, of course, these are natural rose quartz. Obviously, they're round. They are not dyed and heated, and they are 8 millimeter. They are just absolutely stunning. Just stunning. That beautiful, beautiful rose shade. They're absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. So that's your 8 millimeter rose quartz, guys. And then some real beauties. Okay, so this is actually called Navajo White. Okay. And these are 8mm imitation jade and Navajo White. 8x6, so they're 8x6mm. They are so faceted and sparkly. It's because they're imitation jade, and that's a full strand of those you get as well. And you know, I don't even know what to call that color other than the Navajo White. It literally looks like the beach sand. It's just sensational, this color. I am crazy about this color. This will go all year round, but I cannot wait to start making some of my own jewelry with these because it just looks like the sand. Just looks like the sand. They're so beautiful. And then, speaking of the beach and the sand, the royal blue. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at these 8mm faceted rondelles, and these have a pearl luster finish, okay, and they are in 8mm in royal blue. Ain't they just gorgeous? I'll pull up just the one. They are transparent. These are just out of this world. I love these. And look at the combination of those two. That's the beach. Throw some green in there. Are you kidding? I mean, you guys, just gorgeous. So that's your royal blue with a pearl luster finish in the 8mm. And then, last but not least on bead strands, and we're almost done, guys, is these. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love these. Okay, guys, so now we are back to the Austrian AA grade bicones. I mean, again, they look like sand, but I'll pull it up against that, and you can see that it's a much lighter. It's called burley wood. But these are coarse grade AA Austrian crystals. They're perfectly cut, as you can see. Everyone, they're perfectly cut, beautifully faceted, excellent grade. I showed you several colors of these Austrian crystals last week. Now we have what we call burley wood, and they're just the most beautiful, beautiful color. So we've got those. And then last but not least of all, guys, I wanted to share that I've got some Tohos up. Now, if you watched my video Friday, I believe, the last couple of days, I just posted my memory wire bracelet, and I showed you the seed beads I used, and they were in beach green, and that's exactly what these are. So I now have Toho, genuine Japanese Toho seed beads, guys. They're the best of the best. If you are into seed beads, you would agree that Toho is just right on up there. So I have 5 colors, okay, and you get a nice big grade. They're sold by the 1 gram bag, and I don't even imagine to know how many hundreds of beads are in there, but it's a lot. Okay, so let me go through the colors really quick. So this is your what's called beach green. And it's just a beautiful green. It's not anything overpowering. It's called beach green, literally. And it's just it's really beautiful color. So that's your beach green. And by the way, these are 11-0 Toho seed beads, 11-0. And then we have frosted sugar plum. So these are frosted sugar plum. Really beautiful color, purple. And then we have cobalt, of course. And they are transparent, as you can I think you can kind of pick that up in the light and see that. But they're just gorgeous, beautiful for this color, for this time of year. Love cobalt. Really beautiful, beautiful bright blue. And then last but not least, the last 2, guys, I have to put them next to each other. So there is denim blue and English bluebell. This is denim blue, and this is English bluebell. And they both kind of have a pearly luster finish, as you can see. But I mean, the colors of these blues are just precious, and they're not too overpowering, and I think they're just really, really pretty. So those are my 5 colors of the Toho seed beads, 11 O's. You could do lots and lots of fun stuff with those in the summer, especially getting into working on earrings and anklets and things like that. So I hope you guys like the 5 colors that I have so far. And that is it, you guys. So that is it for Show and Tell Saturday. 2 parts. I'm tired. I'm sure you guys are too. But thank you so much for spending about an hour and a half in total with me today. And please, guys, take advantage and stock up on your beading supplies while my sale is going. Everything is priced well. Even without my sale, you get another 25% off. If you spend $50, you get free shipping. And I have a lot of options for you guys to really take advantage and get stocked up on your wire and your chain and all your beads and all of your findings. And so until next time, I will see you in the next video, my friends. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you on Tuesday after our holiday, and be blessed.